Hello! Have you ever been fascinated by bees? Me too, so we're going to be doing a bee-related project this time. Hello everyone, my name is Lydia, also known as Illustrata, and welcome to Scrapterpiece. So if you see right up here, I have a bare corner on my ceiling in my living room. And I wanted to start making my living room a little bit more whimsy, so I'm going to create a beehive to go in that upper corner of my ceiling. I know it sounds weird, probably looks different in your mind than how it looks in my mind, but let's go over concept. So these are the materials we're working with. We have a crap ton of cardboard, thanks to a few of my friends. Thank you, Nathaniel and Josh. We also have bubble wrap, and these extra large bee figurines that, of all places, I got them from Petco. So I had gotten the inspiration from this photo right here off of Pinterest. It is a children's DIY on how to make a beehive, but more, not the like traditional like dome shaped beehive that you think of, or like the square beehives, but ones that I guess more naturally exist out in the wild, where they're basically almost large triangle shapes that are like attached to one primary area and they hang downwards. Since that ceiling portion is on a corner, I have one large piece of cardboard that's going to be almost like an L shape, so it can go around it, so I can make the honeycombs basically curve around. If you look in the back in the photo, the technique that the person used to make this was cutting out the comb shapes and putting bubble wrap on it and then coloring it yellow and orange, but it still looks like the combs are full of honey. And then with these figurines, of course I'm gonna leave them the like traditional colors, but I'm gonna spruce them up a little bit since I want the grotto to look like a fantasy realm. So I'll probably add some like iridescent colors or style up the wings a little bit. I also went to the craft store and got a bunch of yellow and orange beads because I want to basically make hanging drips of honey. So I don't know how well this is going to work, but these beads are really, really pretty, especially once they catch the light. So now that we've discussed materials, let's push past all of the procrastination I've been dealing with today. Oh hi, there's a man. And start on this project. So this is the primary piece of cardboard. This is the biggest piece of cardboard that I have. So my goal is to only cut out maybe like this much for it to go around the corner, and then just basically build up the combs to go around it. Yeah, let's go from there. Giant L. So if you're looking at it from this corner, so I can either put it, go either this direction or go this direction. I think I will do it this direction, because then the majority of the combs will be right here, and then it'll kind of taper out that direction, and then there will be less in this kind of corner. Okay, so let's draw it out and see where we go with that. This will be like a large one. Most of the honeycombs that are going to be hanging down are going to be varying sizes of this height because they will be standing up like this. I think most of these bigger pieces I'm just going to split in half and go from there. Because then I'll need wider ones for the, because I'll need larger pieces on this side, so. Okay. This is gonna take me a while, so I'm just gonna tune back in when I'm done. Okay, it's chopped. Now to draw out the honeycombs and cut them out and then go from there. Alright, now cut them out. Huzzah! First one cuts. Tell everyone else to go. And that is all of them. So I think I'm done for today for cutting all those out, and we'll come back to these the next day. I got up not too long ago, so sorry how tired I look. And my hair is getting long enough to be able to put most of it into a ponytail, so if I look weird, whatever, I don't care. So for this project, to make the combs a little bit more stable, I matched up all of the similar pieces with a second piece just so it's a little bit more strong when it's hanging, so it's not just hanging loosely and there's a little bit more stability. Time to fire up my hot glue and start hot gluing all of these together and go from there. And also I like how these look, having them kind of uneven to give them a little bit more structure and thickness, because when this bubble wrap wraps around it, it'll just make it look a little bit more three-dimensional instead of one just flat piece of cardboard. On another note, this is the only bubble wrap that I have. So it's like a slight pastel pink color, and the point is to basically just cover it, like once I have all of the cardboard glued, then paint the cardboard and then paint the bubble wrap on top of it. It might still have some sort of a pink hue, but that kind of almost adds like a little bit of a morbid twist to it. Because if you've ever seen I think it's blood hornets or carnivore bees, here's an image of what their honeycomb looks like. So honestly, having the pink in there, it might just add to that aesthetic. Okay, first one done. So for this last one, I didn't have any that matched up with it, so I have 3 small combs, so I'm going to just glue those to the surface. So the next goal is to start layering on the yellow paint, at least my darkest yellow. Might even do like a light brown to start off with and then build up with the yellow paint and then kind of go from there. honeycomb encased in bubble wrap. Now on to the next ones. I have a lot to do, oh my gosh. Hey. Get that out of the room. Just tried eating. Just tried eating some bubble wrap. So I have been having like a lot of scrap pieces of bubble wrap that ended up I just glued together in a pattern. But honestly, the extra hot glue just makes it look like honey, and then once I paint over this with like a sheet of yellow, it'll look like variations in the honeycomb. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Very exciting. So we're back on working on the honeycombs again, and now I've made more progress. I now only have about 3 combs left. No, that's 4 of them. And I am almost out of bubble wrap. Great. So luckily I did look it up. Apparently I can get more from Walmart, or I can just stop by our local reuse market and see if they have any bubble wrap. I have 10 honeycombs ready. So I'm considering if I should just make this piece a little bit shorter so I can fit just the 10 pieces, and then use the extra honeycombs in the other corner of my ceiling. That looks cool. Oh, this looks awesome. The honey drips hanging from, so those will be very convenient to cover the strings. Okay. So we're probably gonna hang down about this much. Maybe a little bit more, I don't know yet. Depends on how many beads I end up using. So this is basically tiny little weight tied around as basically a base, and then hopefully the larger beads, which these are gonna be the base of the honey drip. Okay, let's go here. Okay, I think that's good enough. And I'm not going to fill in the rest of them because that's time consuming. So measuring out all the different elastics for the remaining chains, I ended up using almost all of the elastic. 36 of them. Now to just trim off the little excesses, and then I'm going to bed because it is 2:15 right now and I have to be up early in the morning. So was this a good thing with planning on my side? No, but did I want to make sure I got it done? Yes. Not gonna lie, they look like almost like a worm of some sort. They'll be hanging down like this, so hopefully that doesn't look like that when they're hanging up. Or they do, and it just adds to the aesthetic. So this is the first honeycomb finished with a yellow ribbon border and then 3 of the honey drips that I did. So far, not looking too shabby. So on to the next one. Currently continuing on gluing in each of the strings of beads and the ribbon on it, which I'm almost out, but luckily I got this at our reuse market. Also, the amount of hot glue that I've gone through in this project is unbelievable. One thing I didn't account for was the fact that the paint is going to shed because it's acrylic paint and it's not sealed. So while I've been gluing, there's just flecks of yellow paint just coming off everywhere. So I figured out a better way to glue in is taking the top bead and basically just gluing it and shoving it into the edge of the cardboard so there's the little gaps. It just gives a little bit more stability, and so I don't have to cut the ribbon. I can just glue the ribbon over top of it, so yeah. Looks creepy. Quite like it. Yes. Oh my gosh. For the record, that wasn't even the plan. This is just what happened because I wanted to put something in the center circle, but I'm very happy with the eye. Oh, that looks awesome. Alright. Now I got the 2 bees done. I don't know what to call them. Alright, so we're in the final stretch. Since this is going to be going up on the ceiling, which it's still warped, which I'm gonna have to deal with, but whatever. I'm gonna put on this right here to go around the corner. So really quick, I'm gonna do a little bit of dry brushing with teal so at least it matches the bees. So. Probably once I'm done gluing them, I might trim these around to make it look a little bit more uniform. Now I'm just currently waiting for the last two to dry. Okay, so far, this looks pretty sick. The real test comes from trying to flip it over and making sure none of it falls out. Oh my gosh. It's all staying together. Look at that. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a nightmare trying to attach this, but I love the honey drips. This looks so cool. And I love the fact that, like, with the teal being on it, it almost looks like it makes it look like zombie or something like that. So. Okay, for now, I'm going to keep that like that. I did it! I'm so happy. I'm gonna test this and try and glue both bees to the front cone. So that's primarily what you see when you first see it. I sent a picture of the bees to my friends, and I sent a picture of the first one to my friends, and one of my friends said, "Beauty is in the eye of the beholder," and then I sent a picture of both of them, and then he said, "To be or not to be." That's freaking cool. That is really, really cool. I'm gonna cut off this back piece and then trim off a good portion of this part, but it stays. That looks so daunting. I love it. Okay. I've been working on this enough for today, and I'm running out of camera space. But hey, now we're just on to the final details of trimming the edges and then figuring out some way to attach this to my ceiling. But that's going to be an issue for either tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay, I know there's no light in the way, but I don't really have an option. That's that'll be what it looks like. Oh, this is gonna look so cool. My problem is how I'm going to attach it. Jeez. I think I might just do like a pair of nails with the corner pieces. And then maybe some on the ceiling bits. We'll see. Are you kidding me? Oh, my arms. Oh my gosh. Alright, so it is secured and installed. Oh my gosh, that scared me. I might have to go in and reinforce it with some nails, but I'm so happy with it. It looks so cool, and so now we can go into some final shots for the reveal. Okay, I will say it's a lot tinier than I thought it was going to be in comparison to everything else. But if I make the other piece, I might either put it maybe back in that corner, over in this corner, possibly, or just next to it. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna call that project finished. So now I just gotta edit it, but on to the next project. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. Even though I ran out of bubble wrap and didn't do as many combs, that's probably why it looks as smaller than I thought. But I love how like ethereal and whimsy it looks, and the bees turned out. I love them. But yeah, I honestly won't be surprised if it falls down during the night, but fingers crossed. I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video.